Hi, I'm back one more time with dinner now. And this is a recipe that's very timely because it's got some good stuff out of the garden. It's called roasted chicken and asparagus. And we're going to make it in our 12-inch skillet, but before we get to the skillet, I've got to prepare some things. And I did do some things ahead of time. So, but I wanted to show you a few different things. We're going to start with our simple slicer. This is something that you can use all summer long. We need to slice some onions. I'm going to put this hand protector on here. And there are 3 settings on this. I'm going to put it on number 2, and that way it's, well, it's medium slice. But you put your onion in there, put this on here, and then you can either do this over a bowl or onto a cutting mat. So look how simple that was. You can imagine doing this with potatoes, onions, anything that you need to slice. You can even do it with other vegetables and tomatoes. I'm going to do the other half of the onion. It's like instant replay here. Okay, and we could do the mushrooms on here, but I already started with the quick slice. We used this earlier, but I just wanted to show you how you can fit several things on here. So if you have a bunch of strawberries, you can put them on there, kiwis. You could slice a banana with this, or if you needed some pats of butter, just very quick slice. And then the last thing I need to do here is we are going to slice these tomatoes. And I'm going to use this contraption that's called a close and cut. And you can put anything in here that you want to slice in half. There's springs on the top and the bottom, so you can do something thick like a bagel. You can put a chicken breast in here if it's too thick for you and cut across. Grapes, little tomatoes like this. Little mozzarella balls. And I'm just going to load this up as much as I can. And then push down. That keeps them together. And then take my knife. And slice through here. Oops, let me get these out of here. So you can see they're all cut in half and ready to go in our recipe. And if we didn't cut these in half for this recipe, they might pop in the oven, so you definitely want to cut them. So here we go. And this close and cut is what it's called. This can go in the dishwasher too, so that's another plus. Okay, so I have asparagus that's fresh out of the garden and cut into 1-inch pieces. So now we're going to go over to the stove and the 12-inch skillet. So I've already been working ahead of time. This is our 12-inch non-stick skillet. You'll notice a little weave pattern in the bottom there, and that makes it non-stick, which is really nice. You can use metal utensils in here. What I've already done is I put some seasoning on the chicken. I put some garlic rub and some onion rub on there, and then I just seared the chicken. It is not done. We're going to take it out. It's going to finish in the oven. You can see it's a little bit brown. And this pan is it's huge. It's great if you have a big family, or even if you don't. You can do some power cooking in here. Cook ahead of time. Okay, so we cooked the chicken. I cooked it 4 minutes on one side and I flipped it over. And you don't have to remember this because I will post a link to the recipe. So we have all of our vegetables cut, and And let's see, we are going to put the onions, mushrooms, and garlic in the pan. Let me show you this first. See this little stuff down here is called fond. It's the little dark pieces that gets on there from the chicken, and don't ever get rid of that because that's where a lot of the flavor comes from your recipe. Onions, mushrooms. We're just going to let that saute for, let's see what it says. Oh, I got to put the garlic in too. We're going to saute this for about 3 minutes. So here's our garlic press. And you'll notice that the paper, the skin is still on the garlic. This is out of our garden too. Nice and fresh. Look at that. And then you just take a knife or a spatula and kind of push that in. And then generally the skin will stay right in here and you can pull it out. It's not cooperating very well, but I'm getting most of it. And I'm going to do another instant replay. We need another one. Okay, so this has simmered for probably 3 or 4 minutes, and now we are going to add some chicken broth. And this, you could use wine, white wine if you have it too. And we're going to put the juice from a lemon. We use our citrus press. Notice that I put it with the bigger end down. And then we're going to simmer this for a little bit, for probably 5 minutes until it's reduced by half. Okay, so this has been simmering and it has reduced by about half. Now I'm going to add the asparagus and those little grape tomatoes. And mix that all together. Isn't that pretty? So healthy. And this, by the way, is a pretty low carb recipe for you if you're watching your carbs or eating healthy. Look how pretty that is. Then we're going to take our chicken, put it back on top, and then this whole pan is going to go in the oven. The oven is set at 425 and it is going to cook for about 15 minutes or so, and then we'll check the temperature, make sure it's 165. So we will show you when it comes out. Look at that. Just make sure the chicken's Done, we're good. We're good to go there. Can you smell it? Oh, this looks delicious. It smells good. So there you go. It's asparagus season, so you might want to try this. Lots of great vegetables, healthy, delicious, and I will post the link to the recipe, and so you can try it yourself.